Good morning, students, and welcome back to the class. Today I will start Act 4, Scene 1. Now this scene has taken place in Venice, in a court of justice. And here main characters are Duke, Antonio, Bassanio, Crescino, Celerio, and nobles of Venice. Nobles means other officers, rank persons. Now here, this scene already I told you has taken place in Venice, but in a court where Antonio, Bassanio and Shylock is also over there. Now Duke says, is Antonio here in the court? Then Antonio said, yes, I am here in the court. And Duke says to Antonio, I am sorry, you have come to defend yourself against a stone-hearted enemy, Shylock, who is inhuman, without pity. So Antonio says, I have heard that your grace has taken great pains to moderate the harsh legal proceedings. You are doing the work according to the legal process, but he remains obstinate. Obstinate means stubborn, since there are no legal methods to save me from his clutches, and I shall suffer his anger with the patience. Duke says, one of you go and call the Jew to the court. Celerio says, here he comes. Shylock enters and Duke says, make Rome and let him stand before me. Shylock, everyone thinks, and I also think, that you only continue with your show of cruelty till the last moment. Then all of a sudden, you will show mercy with the repentance. Such an attitude would seem more unexpected than your cruelty. So, it is better you should show the kindness toward this Antonio. And even you are just like Turks and Tatars, means these are the Mongolian peoples who have been taught the feelings of human kindness. And now the Jew, we all expect a noble response from you. Okay, you should also show the kindness just like the Turks and Tatars, those who were showing. Shylock says that I have informed your grace of my intentions. Already I have told what are my intentions. I want only the penalty, and penalty is the pound of flesh from Antonio's part of the body, as he was unable to pay the 3,000 ducats within this mentioned date. Okay. Then he said that there are some men who hate gaping pig, and others go mad if they see a cat. Others cannot have self-control when they hear the shrill notes of the, shrill means high-pitched notes of the bagpipe music. So personal feelings rules our emotions, and sways means controls our likes and dislikes. Same way, I cannot tell you the reason why I want his pound of flesh. Now answer your question, just as the people have no good reason why they can't put up with the gaping pig, as the harmless domestic cat are with the wool covered bagpipe. But when they are themselves attacked, they are compelled to act in the shameful manner that they must give offense to others. In same way, I have no reason to give for asking, taking a pound of flesh from the Antonio. I also don't have any reason why I want his pound of flesh. Bassanio says, this is not a satisfactory answer. You are a heartless man on account of your merciless actions. Shylock says, I am not obliged to give you satisfactory answer because I will only talk to the Duke. Shalak says, is there any man who does not kill anything that he truly hates? Shalak says, what would you allow a snake to sting you twice? Antonio says, Bashani, you are just arguing with the Jew. You might as well stand on the seashore and ask the ocean tide not to rise. It is just like, condition is like this. You might ask the wolf why he made the mother sheep mourn for the lamb he killed. So no need to arguing with the Shalak. I will suffer his anger with the patience. Bashani says, here are 6,000 ducats instead of the 3,000 ducats. You take this amount and leave Antonio. Shalak says, if each of the 6,000 ducats were divided into 6 and each part was a ducat, I would not accept them. Duke says, if you show no mercy to others, how can you hope for the God's mercy? Everybody is trying to explain to Shalak, but still he is not showing his mercy. Shalak says, what judgment do I fear when I have done no wrong? You keep many slaves you have bought, like asses, dogs, mules. You use them in the mean servile task, but just because you have bought them, shall I say to you, give them freedom and allow them to marry your children? Will you? Why have they to sweat by carrying heavy loads? Let their beds as soft as your beds, and be treated with the same food which you are eating. In this way you would say the slaves are ours. Same way I am also doing. Duke say, with my authority I may adjourn the court. Adjourn means postpone this court, unless Valerio, one learned doctor of law, whom I have requested to come and settle this case, will come. Then Saliero says, my lord, a messenger from the doctor from Padua is waiting outside with letter. Duke say, let him come inside. Bassanio says, Antonio says, I am just like a sick sheep in a herd, in a group, more suitable to be slaughtered, killed earlier than the others, because I am weak. The weakest fruit falls earliest from the tree. So let me die. It will be a fitting task for you, Bashani, to live and write the inscription on my tombstone. Then another personality enters here, Nerissa, dressed like the lawyer's clerk. Duke says, have you come from Dr. Valerio from Padua? Nerissa says, yes. And Bashani says, why do you sharpen your knife with much attention, Shalak? Why you are sharpening your knife? Shalak says, to cut a pound of flesh that has been promised as per the bond by this bankrupt man. Gracino, it is not on the sole of your shoe, but on your soul, cruel Jew, that you are sharpening your knife. No metal, not even the axe of the hangman, can have half the sharpness of your jealousy. Can no praise enter into your heart? Shalak says, no, that you are clever enough to make. Gracino says, may you be damned, shameless man, just ought to be blamed for letting you live. You make me doubt about my religious faith. Then Shalak says, until your abusive word destroy the legal safeguard from my agreement, you are only hurting your lungs, speaking like this. Come to your senses, young man, or you will destroy yourself. Duke says, this letter from Valerio recommends that the young learned lawyer to the court, where is he? Nerissa, he is just close by, he is waiting for your answer. Okay, caller. Clerk, your grace will understand that I am ill at the time of receiving the letter. However, the moment your messenger arrived, there was with me a friendly visit, a young doctor called Balthazar from Rome. I informed him about the nature of the case between the Jew and the Antonio the merchant. So he consulted many books. He is aware of my opinion. He is intelligent. He brings my opinion with him at my request. So let not his young age make you withhold your highest esteem for him. Don't think he is of young age, he will not able to handle the case. Don't worry about this. I have never known a young man with such a deep thinking. I request you to accept him and try him, and then it will be seen how much better he is. Now Portia enters in the robes. Robes means in the clothes of the doctor of law. Now she is going to question Shylock. First she says, yes, my lord. Duke says, you are welcome, take your seat. Are you aware of the nature of the dispute involved between this Jew and Christian? Portia says, yes, I have full knowledge of it. Who is merchant, who is Jew? Portia says, is your name Shylock? Now she has started questioning Shylock. Shylock says, yes, Shylock is my name, and the case which you have brought here is strange. Still the law of the Venice cannot find faith in your case. Portia says, do you admit having made this agreement? Now she is questioning to the Antonio. Do you admit having made this agreement? Have you made this agreement? Have you put your signature? Antonio also says, yes. Portia, then the Jew must be merciful. On what grounds? Shylock says, on what grounds should I show the mercy? Portia says, the quality of mercy cannot be forced. It drops freely as gentle rain from heaven on the earth. It is twice blessed, it blesses who shows mercy and him who receives it. So now she is trying to explain Shylock to show his mercy. Shylock says, let the consequence of my deeds on me, whatever results of it will be, I am ready to face it. I seek the penalty allowed by the law due to the breach of our contract. Portia says, is Antonio able to pay the money? Bassanio says, yes, here I am to pay for him the money. I am prepared to pay twice the amount. If that is not enough, then 10 times. If I fail to do, I shall forfeit. I will surrender my hands, my head, my heart. If that is not sufficient, then it appears that malice, evil is just destroying honesty. Portia says it is not possible. There is no power in Venice that can change the working of the established law. Shylock says, look, second Daniel has come to give the judgment. Second Daniel. Daniel means wise judge has come. Shylock says, yes, it is most respected doctor. Portia says, Shylock, here is thrice the due amount offered to you. Shylock says, I have taken an oath before the God. Shall I commit the sin of oath breaking on my soul? Portia says, well, the penalty mentioned in this bond is due, and the Jew can claim legally a pound of flesh to be cut from the closest part of the merchant's hurt. Shylock says, after it is paid according to the terms of the bond, you seem to be impartial judge. Antonio says, I wholeheartedly request the court to give its judgment. Portia says, you must prepare your bosom. Bosom means chest, to be cut off by his knife. Then Portia says, the meaning and the scope of the law fully applies to such a penalty as it is incurred by this agreement. Shylock, that is true, wise judgment given by the Portia. Portia says, okay, uncover, open your bosom, chest part, and yes, chest, that is what the bond says. Does it not, noble judge? Nearest is hurt, are the exact words. But Portia said, is there any weighing machine here to weigh the flesh? Shylock says, yes, I have it ready. Portia, arrange for the doctor to be here at your own expense, Shylock, to stop his wounds from bleeding, lest he should bleed to death. Shylock says, it is mentioned in the bond. Portia says, no, it is not laid down so, but what about that? It is good that you should do such kindness. Shylock says, I can find no condition in the bond. Portia says, have you anything to say, Antonio? Very little, I am ready, prepared, give me your hand, Bassanio, farewell. And it is custom to let the poor man live after his wealth so lost, so that his hollow eyes and wrinkled face show his state of poverty. She has spared me from such prolonged suffering. I am going to die means later I need not to suffer from the poverty. And also convey my regards to your honorable wife, and tell her the manner how about the Antonio's death. Tell her how much I loved you. Well, speak of me after my death. Okay. Bassanio says, Antonio, I am married to a wife who is as dear to me as my own life. But my life, my wife, the whole world have not considered me to be a greater value than your life. Portia, your life, thank you a little for that offer, if she were present to hear you making such an offer. Gratiano, I have a wife whom I swear love, but I wish that we were dead and in heaven, so that she could plead some heavenly power to change this cruel change. Nerissa, it is good that you make this offer when your wife is not present. Otherwise, it will create problem for you. Sharik says, such are Christians' husbands. I have a daughter. I wish that she married to one in the family of the Barabbas, a notorious criminal, than to the Christian. Portia says, a pound of this merchant's flesh is your. Court awards it to you, and law sanctions. Portia says, and you have to cut this flesh from his chest. Court allows you. Shylock welcome this judgment, but Portia says, wait a little, there is something else. The bond does not permit you to shed even the smallest drop of blood. So take the penalty as per bond, which is your pound of flesh, while cutting. If you shed one drop of Christian blood, then by the law of Venice, all your lands and property will be confiscated, means will be taken, will be seized by the state of Venice. Portia says, you shall see your demand, you have demanded the strict justice, you will get the justice more than you desire. Shylock says, then I accept the earlier one. I don't want this type of the justice. Pay 3 times the amount of the debt, and I am going to free this Antonio. Portia says, stop, the Jew will have full justice. Stop, do not be in such hurry. We will have nothing but the penalty. Portia says, therefore get ready to cut off his flesh. Shed no blood. Be careful, cut neither more nor less than the exact pound. If the scales of the differ by the hell's bed from the exact weight, you will have death penalty and all your property will be seized. Shall I say, give me only the principal amount. If you don't want to give me the 3 times, give me the principal amount. Portia says, no, you will get the full justice. Shylock says, shall I not have at least my original sum? So how Portia make him understand that you can get nothing from here. Then Portia says, wait a while, Jew, the law has another claim on you. It is laid down in the law of Venice that if it is proved against the foreigner that he has plotted directly and indirectly against the Venetian citizen, then citizen against whom he plotted is entitled half of the foreigner's property, and other half will go to the treasury of the state. Duke says, in order that you may see the difference between your attitude and our attitude. How much you are not showing the mercy, but we are ready to show the mercy. Then Gratiano says, give him a rope free of charge to hang himself, nothing more than God's sake. Antonio says, if it pleases you, my lord, the Duke is court, remit. Remit means cancel the fine of one half of his goods. I am satisfied if he'll let me have the other half in the trust, that I may give it on the Shylock's debt to the gentleman who has eloped, means ran away recently with his daughter. Duke says, he shall do this, otherwise I will withdraw the pardon that I have just granted him. Portia says, clerk, draw a gift deed, make one agreement. Shylock says, I request you to allow me to go from here. Only this request, this justice I want from you. I am ill. Send the deed to me at home, I will sign it. Duke says, sir, I invite you to come home and dine with us. Now case is solved and Shirley got nothing. Portia says, I humbly request your grace to excuse me. I must leave for Padua to a night. And it is very important. I cannot stay over here. I cannot have dinner with you. Duke says, okay, I am sorry to have no spare time to accept my offer. Antonio thanked this gentleman. And Bassanio, most worthy sir, my friend and I have, due to your wisdom, been saved from terrible legal penalties today. In the payment for this, we offer you 3,000 ducats as the fees for fighting our case. We are most willing to pay you your kind services. Antonio says, over and above, we will remain indebted for your love and service. But Portia refused. He is well paid who is fully satisfied with his work. I am satisfied by saving you. That is my fees. And thus I feel I am paid. I never thought of any other reward. Bassanio says, dear sir, out of the necessity, I must make another attempt to influence you. Take something from us as a token of love, not as a payment. Do me two favors. First, do not refuse my request. Second, pardon me for making it. Portia says, since you urge me so much, I cannot refuse. Give me your gloves. I will wear it for your sake, and as a moment of friendship, I will take this ring from you. Then Bassanio said, for that I am sorry, I will give you more valuable and more precious ring than this one. Portia says, I will take nothing else except this one. I want this ring only. Bassanio says, the ring means more to me than the actual value, and I will buy another precious one. Portia says, I see sir, you are generous at making the promises. What you said? You encouraged me first to beg, and now it seems to me that you teach me how the beggar should be replied. Bassanio said, good sir, the ring was given to me by my wife, that's why I am not ready. Well, put it on my finger. She made a promise. I would never sell it. I will never give it to somebody else. Portia says, such excuses enable many men to save their gifts. Antonio says, my lord Bassanio, let him take the ring. Give this ring for his meritorious work. Bassanio, so go Bassanio, run, overtake him, give this ring, and come you and I will proceed to the house at once early in the morning, and we will both go to the Belmont. Thanks.